Silent Hill F. What is the setting and story of Silent Hill F? Silent Hill F is set in 1960s rural Japan, following high school student Hinako Shimizu as she navigates a mysterious, fog-engulfed town transformed by a terrifying menace. The story, written by Ryukishi07, explores themes of adolescence, womanhood, and the horrors of being a teenage girl in that era, blending psychological terror with a focus on narrative-driven puzzles and melee combat. Silent Hill F officially launches on September 25, 2025 for PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. Experience classic psychological terror in a haunting new 1960s Japan setting. Pre-orders available now for both standard and deluxe editions. The game takes place in the fictional Japanese town of Ebisugaoka, shifting the series' traditional setting to Japan to emphasize its cultural identity and folklore. The events unfold in the 1960s, a time of rapid industrialization and urbanization in Japan, a backdrop that informs the narrative's themes of societal change and rural decline. Ebisugaoka is consumed by a thick, creeping fog, which transforms the familiar town into a desolate and terrifying place, creating a haunting atmosphere for the players. Set in the fictional Japanese town of Ebisugaoka during the roaring 1960s, Silent Hill F isn't interested in following its predecessor's playbook. This isn't just a transfer of horror to a new country, but a deep dive into the anxieties of Japan's post-war economic boom. Ebisugaoka is steeped in lore and melancholy, a place where rapid modernization collides with old secrets and the dread of being left behind. The town itself apparently pulls inspiration from Kaneyama, Jero in the Gifu prefecture, so if you've got a thing for scenic rural Japan, you'll find loads to drink in between the terror. Players control Shimizu Hinako, a high school student whose unremarkable life is disrupted by the sudden descent of the fog and the emergence of grotesque monsters. The story centers on themes of adolescence and womanhood, particularly the struggles of a teenage girl navigating societal expectations, gender roles, and relationships in 1960s Japan. The narrative explores the concepts of beauty and decay, with players encountering terrifying entities and solving puzzles with narrative purpose. The game also features a choice-based system, which is expected to influence the game's multiple endings. The story draws on Japanese folklore, blending it with psychological terror to create an authentic and terrifying Japanese horror experience, a departure from the series' previous Western-centric settings. The protagonist, Hinako Shimizu, is a teenage girl running from a fractured home life, her abusive father, her perfect missing sister, and the weight of everyone's expectations. Something about her situation just gets under the skin. It reminds one of those slow-boil horror manga where the real monsters are sometimes the people around you. When a mysterious fog swallows Ebisugaoka, Hinako and her group of friends, each raw with their wounds, find themselves facing grotesque monsters and the even nastier echoes of generational trauma. Time and again, these character relationships come up in previews. Hinako's dynamic with her friend Shu, the rebellious Rinko, and the enigmatic Sakuko. Their individual backstories look set to overlap in ways that'll hit surprisingly close to home for anyone who's weathered family drama.